so this week on Ask the Expert, we've got with us Dan Edwards, and he's a manager from the Outside Clinic, which is a domiciliary optician group in the UK. And I think we'll just start out as we usually do. If you could just introduce yourself, Dan, and just tell us sort of a little bit about what you do, and then we can go from there.
Yeah, so thank you, Mark. As Mark said, my name's Dan. I work at the Outside Clinic and have done for the last 10 years. It was my work anniversary last month. So during that time, I've done quite a lot of positions. I've held 3 different positions, mainly around training of our optoms into the business, and then managing that training team, and now getting involved in a lot more things throughout the business: sales, training induction, procurement of equipment. So yeah, it keeps it nice and varied, keeps it really interesting.
Excellent. Good. And how did you, because obviously if you've had you look quite young, so if you've been doing this for 10 years, have you always been involved in sort of the optician or optometry kind of world?
Yeah, charm will get you everywhere, Mark. Thank you. Yeah, I quit uni at 18. It just didn't interest me. I was too busy having fun, to be honest with you. None of my friends went, so I wanted to go out and join them. So I took the first job that got offered to me, which was an optical assistant at Boots Opticians, yeah, worked my way from there. I went on the dispensing optician course through them. Then I became a manager, and then moved to Rayner Opticians and did some management, store management for them, and looked after a few different practices for them at one time or another, and then came to the Outside Clinic 10 years ago as a trainer of optoms.
Excellent. And obviously you must sort of enjoy being in the sort of field, the industry. What is it sort of about sort of either what you do or sort of what the industry, what's the appeal to you for this kind of role?
Originally, it was working with people. I like working with people. I like talking to people. I like getting to know people and providing them in optics a solution. But in particular with the Outside Clinic, you get so much more than that, because you're really making a difference to people who can't get out. And one of the things that a lot of new starters say to me these days is that the difference they feel between the patients that they see. They're so much more grateful. Because the service that we're able to provide them, otherwise they wouldn't be getting. And I'm sure you get the same, Mark, in terms of what Optelec provide, of going out and providing life-changing bits of equipment to your patients as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's one of the things, sometimes I'll get asked by people, oh, why do you do what you do? And I think that's it. You get sort of a sense of fulfillment from it. Sort of every customer that you're talking to, chances are you're probably going to make quite a bit of difference to their life, and it makes you feel good, better than working in the bank or something similar. So I know we've used the word domiciliary, and I'm sure most of the people that are watching this probably understand what that is, but for those that don't, can you just sort of describe what the Outside Clinic do and sort of what a domiciliary optician is?
Yeah, so we provide home eye testing services and dispensing of products to people who can't leave the house unaccompanied. So that might be for a physical or a mental disability. The typical average patient age is about 85. So our optoms and our audiologists will drive around the country and they will visit patients in their local area, providing that service and making a difference to people's lives. As we just said.
Excellent. Yeah, so basically if somebody can't get to a sort of regular optician, then your guys will go out then. What sort of one of the things I wanted to ask you about was because this video is shared sort of with the public, so it's on Facebook and so on, and people might want to know, how do they actually go about sort of reaching out to you, or is it driven sort of by the optician that they already see, or how? And I guess the other thing is, you mentioned about either a physical or mental disability, but how do they kind of qualify? So I guess what the process is for somebody using an organisation like yours.
Well, you can access our service via our online website. You can request an appointment there. You can telephone us up and make an appointment, and then when you call, we will run through a series of questions to ensure eligibility. But that's all available, and you can find the links to the NHS criteria on the website. And basically, if you're already entitled to an NHS sight test and you have that physical or mental disability that means that you're unable to get to the high street opticians unaccompanied, generally you will qualify. And it's a matter of, you don't have to prove evidence as such. It's a matter of, on the day, we'll ask you to sign an NHS form to say that you obviously have one of those criteria that we just outlined.
Excellent. And this is probably a rhetorical question, but you cover the whole country, presumably. You must have quite a few people out on the road. How many people have you got out there?
Yeah, we've got approximately 100 optometrists out there testing in Scotland, Wales, and England. And also we've got a number of audiologists as well who cover pretty much the whole country.